So this is just crazy, okay? Because soldiers are playing war games in America. And what are they training for? Because no other country looks like this, okay? So how to take us down. These are probably UN soldiers. And they probably came in because the the smallpox outbreak. Because it ain't no monkeypox when they're giving smallpox vaccines. Anyway, I'm not going to keep talking about that. But I just need people to really pay attention to that. But yeah, so they're in San Antonio doing all kinds of war games, explosions, low airplanes. There's no need for all this. And there's still viruses going on around the country. Why are you going to let other people from other countries come here? Because that's what's going on. They need to go off to other countries that like playing these war games because it's just not cool. Well, let's take a look. Another thing I just wanted to mention is that officials should have got warning way ahead of time about this. So they probably knew about it and they just now are telling the citizens when it's going on. And how are the people that live there putting up with this? Explosions in the middle of the night, low flying airplanes? I mean, is it bugging you? Let me know in the comments.
All this week, the city of San Antonio, or at least parts of downtown and near downtown, will be part of an Army training exercise. It's something that kind of came to a surprise to a lot of us. There wasn't a lot of lead up to it.
Yeah, and they've done it here in San Antonio in the past as well. I learned about it over the weekend, and of course, I've had my conversations internally about making us aware of that much sooner, and we'll address those internally. But the importance of these exercises, obviously, San Antonio is one of the major areas for our national defense, given our military presence and the bases that are here, and also the great military civilian cooperation that happens. This is what national defense looks like. They do special operations trainings to make sure that they're prepared for scenarios that happen abroad, and they do those periodically, and they have done them here in San Antonio. What we wanted to do to make sure, though, is that notifications are made timely to anyone who might encounter them or see them, so that they're aware of what's going on. We also want to do that in a way that doesn't create an unnecessary spectacle, because as we've seen in the past, some of these special operation trainings bring out conspiracy theorists, and we want to avoid all that. This is part of the national defense. This is part of normal military training for scenarios that they may encounter, to make sure that we have a military that is well prepared and well resourced.
You hear this guy? He's acting like this is normal. They should be doing this on military bases, okay? Because our streets are not normal for them to be conducting this.
No, these are exercises that really are done in coordination with our law enforcement, with SAPD. So that didn't come to my desk. It's something that's done really in coordination with our law enforcement, and has been in the past. But again, importantly, we want to make sure that notifications are made to those in the community that might see them, might encounter them, so that they're aware of what's going on. without also making an unnecessary spectacle out of it. Importantly to note, while there was some, obviously folks are aware of what's going on, we didn't get any 311 or 911 calls about the activities last night. So it does seem like the folks that are in the immediate area are starting to become aware of what's going on. And again, this shouldn't last.
Boy, a lot of unusual sounds being heard last night in the downtown east side in San Antonio. The military was conducting some training in town. A number of helicopters were seen flying around as the Army worked through both air and land exercises. And yesterday we were told that this would only be a one-day thing. But last night, the city of San Antonio tweeted the training will now continue through Friday. These are just drills, so no one's in any danger or anything. Folks in the area say they noticed their houses shaking when the choppers flew nearby, but it was pretty much about it.
Helicopter flyovers, simulated gunfire, explosions, and troops running around downtown. Military City, USA has sounded more like a city at war this week as the U.S. Army ramps up its military exercises.
I just hear this boom, 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 and I goes, what is that? And two at the same time. And then later on, two more. I was like, what's going on?
Going into the fourth night of training, most residents say they know what to expect, but the sound of low-flying helicopters is still nerve-wracking.
That was a little scary. I'm not going to lie. That was a little scary because it really did shake the house pretty hard.
And some worry it could be dangerous for older homes.
I know this one was built in 1930. And not much has been done.
More than 100 years. They're low, that's why I could feel it.
Those helicopters flying so low and generating so much power that they're causing homes to rattle as well as the windows. This person's glass shattering. He says it is a concern, but that he'll pick up the cost on his own.
We don't all have a lot of money to fix windows. I mean, these windows that I have put, it cost me like thousands.
We emailed the Army Special Operations Public Affairs Office. They replied apologizing for any potential damages and said homeowners can report issues to this email. Even with the inconvenience, most people we spoke to say they're okay with the training.
They're really cool. I like, my dad was military.
They have to do what they have to do.
That people were killing each other. People were killing each other. That's no fun. With what's been going on, what else are we supposed to think?
The sounds of war coming directly from behind Teresa Careza's home sent her into panic. She could hear helicopters flying in pairs right above her street, explosions and simulated gunfire all coming from the Alamo Dome.
The house was shaking, my pictures were cattywampus. I heard the whatever they said was a bomb. It felt like it was right on the side of the house. I was hiding in my shower. I was hiding in my shower with my cell phone.
Careza's heard about the trainings after a quick call to her neighbors. Others in the area said they were notified by uniformed officers or military personnel or by notices on the door. Today, some people got voicemails like these.
The U.S. Army will be conducting training in designated locations around San Antonio.
For those who knew what was coming, last night was more of an adrenaline rush than fear.
It was pretty cool, interesting, a little excitement.
The mayor asking everyone to spread the word. These exercises will continue through Friday between the hours of 6 p.m. and 3 a.m. Careces, now in the know, is preparing.
Simulated gunfire, the sound of helicopters. Tonight and over the next few evenings, you might see or hear what sounds like an invasion in downtown.
Low-flying helicopters, simulated gunfire, and controlled explosions. The city of San Antonio says people near downtown could hear all of it this week during U.S. Army training exercises.
You know, they have to train for every contingency. And, you know, it's not, you can't just do everything at Camp Bullis. You know, you have to practice for urban situations.
Residents who live close to designated training locations receive door-to-door notices like this of what is to be expected. But some had mixed opinions.
This is an old neighborhood. You know, we have a lot of older people here. And, you know, it's bad enough that they're frightened. If it starts sounding like a war zone, can you imagine?
According to the city, the training that starts tonight will run through Friday between the hours of 6 p.m. and 3 a.m. That includes training in the air and on the ground, close quarter combat, and the breaching of structures in a realistic environment. Residents may be able to hear it, but SAPD says they shouldn't be affected by it.
As if we didn't have enough going on downtown. Oh, wow. Yeah. Now I'm going to talk to my police officer, my safety officer, and ask him.
The city explained the exercises offer soldiers a chance to train in different environments and get new experiences.
It's also kind of